Rightio guys, what we're doing today is a review of the Bluetti EB150 portable power station. Now I don't get into all the, I'm not knowledgeable in the whole electricals and solar and power and all that kind of stuff. So this review is just from a regular bloke putting it to the test, just using all my bits and pieces. And I tell you what, I've had some bloody fun. Let's get into the garage and I'll show you. Rightio guys, chuck him up there. It weighs, I don't know, just over 16 kilograms. Seems pretty bloody robust. It's not waterproof. Let me drop this roller door down, get a bit dark in here, and see how this thing powers all this stuff up. Beautiful. Right now, first, I better show you how this shed is actually powered currently. You can see there is a extension lead. I've got the bloody solar power. It's been sitting up there for years. We're going to test that out. I haven't done that, so we'll see how that, I don't know whether the bloody thing still works, but that cable runs down, around, and there it is, going into there. So this shed is powered by one extension cable leading to basically the house mains. Righto guys, are you ready for this? I was very excited when I done it, so I just got to press the power button, hold it on, and it's on, and then I'll just turn on the, actually I'll plug the, so I'll put another extension lead to the extension lead, plug it in the back here to the AC, then we turn on the AC button, hold it on for a couple of seconds, and then it'll warm up for a couple of seconds, and then hey presto, this is all going to fire up. There you go, boom. I really, when I seen this, and I could see how much it's actually drawing, so that's going to fire up, and I think 243, 245 is where it sits, 245 watts, which I thought was pretty good for the shed. So I have lights underneath there, a light over there, we've got a light here, light up there, we've got lights all the way along. I'm going to show you in a minute. A couple of lights there, another light there. We've got Ryobi chargers which are lit up. This thing's in the power, so a little thing's lit up there. What else is there? I think that's about it that's running. I'll just quickly show you. Right, so if we come here, you can see we've got all that strip lighting going along there. We've got, now these are all LED lights. You've got a lamp there. That's a fluorescent lamp. You've got that little bloody Dremel Duvalaki. These things are powering up. Lights underneath there. You've got a light there. And then you've got all these lights and a boat motor up along there. Oh, and it also, the fan as well. It kicks in, it does a noise or whatever. Righto, so you can see what's, just turn that screen on. So that's your charge. A lot of people say that they prefer to have a percentage. Basically, that's, I think there's 5 of them, so 20% each. So that's what it's currently taking. 245, just jumped to 9, back to 5. That's what's currently coming out of this while it's doing my whole shed. So we're still running all through that. We're going to turn the Dremel on. Hey presto. We're up to 349 watts now. No problemo. The fan has kicked in because it started to heat up, so it puts the fan just automatically goes. Let's try a battery. Whack a battery in there. Hey presto, that is now charging. Look down there, and what is it saying? 296, 294, brilliant. Will this run? Bloody crazy! What about the Kero wash? No problemo. Let's turn the fan on. And that's a really old fan. I wondered whether this thing would bloody blow it up, but it works. Rightio, so remember this whole shed is being powered by this, and then I'm individually turning. Obviously you can go up to 1000 watts. It's got a 1000 watt pure sine inverter. For a couple of seconds it can go up to 1200 or something like that. It's got 1500 watt hours, which I think is equivalent to 101 milliamp hour battery. Actually, why I'm so surprised is, see, I've got that whole arc pack. That is a 100 AGM lead acid deep cycle battery in there. As you can see, it's just dusty. I have to have it on this bloody trolley thing because it's so damn heavy. And that box arc pack, don't like it. Piece of shit. Sorry, that's what it is. So that's why I was very dubious about all this stuff. I had so much problems with that. Blowing fuses, saying no, I don't want to do, not charging phones. So I've got a laptop here. Let me run lead. We'll plug him in. Oh, you seen a flicker there? Why'd that turn off? Oh no, we're still going. Oh, hang on. So what's that? 263 watts. It obviously cooled down enough. That was just to shut it down. So that thing is charging. What else? Let's bloody, right, I'll set up all this. So I want to charge this channel's all about bike. If you didn't notice, it's biker bits, camping, man cave stuff, and riding motorbikes. So I've got this bloody little camera. So that will get plugged in. Oh, okay. So it's charging that. I could charge this camera via the USB, but I want to plug it into that other Duvalaki. That goes in there. Plug that in there. Oh, we see a little flicker when that happens. There you go, it's charging. What are we up to? Oh, just nothing, 269. What else have I got here? Oh, batteries. Oh, I'd need damn it, drone batteries. So I've got 3 of these bloody batteries in the old Sparky. I'll pull that one out because that's, yeah, not taking anything really at all. Plug this one in. Boom. So every time it seems to be these electrical items, none of the other ones did it. It does that little flicker. So there you go. Charging away. 349. What about a mobile phone? I could throw a mobile phone in there. I need a cable, hang on. Right. Plug that in there. I'm going to explain all these points and what limitations and stuff like that they have. Oh, hang on. I've got to turn the DC on. What an idiot. That's now charging. That's got the light, so it's charging. They're charging. Let's whack in another one of these. Plug. This is a light. I've got the wrong bloody cable. Right, surely one of these cables is going to work. Yeah, that's the fancy cable. Boom. That lit up. That's charging. So we've still got another one there. I reckon, what have I got? Charge up another light. So this is all still running my whole shed, plus charging all this stuff. And there you go, look. Charging, like I'm just charging so much, running this whole shed. Bloody amazing. So there's those 2 AC ports there. I'm going to unplug all this and I'll put this shed back onto mains power and I'll run through quickly all the bits and pieces. But I could not do this with that bloody arc pack thing down there. Yeah. This thing blows me away. Now, yeah, all right, hang on. Rightio, guys, I've packed all that other bloody stuff away. So that's the two AC points. You can do 1,000 watts across the two. So if you've got two in there, you can do 500, 500. Or if you have just the one in there, you can go right up to 1,000 just off the one. Turner, that's the bloody fan thing. All right, now what we've put when we go camping, and I've got Nay with me. She has long blonde hair, lots of it, thick hair, and she's always stuck to this 12 volt little doodad. So I've got to turn that back on. Plug this in. What she would normally do is plug this into the Jeep's socket, and we'd have to run the car, otherwise she would bloody flatten it. It's not working. Oh, DC. Got to remember to turn DC on. I like that you have to turn that on. Why is it not working? I don't know whether I just blew it up or what the deal is. But it would just pretty much blow cold air. That was the thing. Right, I just want to clarify this thing that wasn't working. You just saw. Just a bit later, I'm cutting this in the video. Start this bloody Jeep up. Plugging that into the cigarette lighter. And it works. But it's like pitiful, the amount of air that comes out of it. So, pull that out, turn that off. So there you go, this actually does work. It wasn't anything wrong with this. The Bluetti, that 12 volt cigarette, obviously can't handle the current that this draws. Which was then, yeah, it would obviously go to start and then stop. So I'm just putting that out there, guys, just to keep this all real. Righto, back. So she has a hairdryer inside. It's 2,000 watts. And I thought, no way would it run. And I thought, oh, we'll just whack it in. This is an old one that she's got, so I've just brought this out into the shed. This is 1,800 watts. But I was surprised she was able to run her 2,000 watt. And I ran through the cycles, and it wasn't until I had it on all the high stuff, and then I'd put the high fan on, and then I'd hear that it would still work. It was just going crazy. So this should do the bloody same thing. So we just plug that in. Remember, guys, I'm not bloody fully understanding of all this now. We've got to get, so let me just turn this on. So we're on off, we're on the cold, go to low, and turn AC on. Hang on. Right. Why is it not? Oh, there's always that little wake up time. So that's nice because it's pretty cold here. So it's low fan, low heat. Put it onto the high second. That's drawing 858 watts. Put it onto the really, you can see it dropped out. It's 1004, 1003. Put this onto the high fan. 1000, it's bursting it. I can watch, yeah. Is that not a good incentive for the missus to come out camping with you? Let alone people running, like riding with Tom. Went out, he had a toaster, a kettle, they ran the electric blanket the whole night. Granted, he did have a bigger version of this, but still, I mean, that really, I just thought it would not run it because it's supposed to have two 1800 watts, but this, nuts. Rightio, guys, I've cutting this in to the video. Normally when I do my videos, it's all dung 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 dung, but I've managed to get this King's fridge freezer bloody thing from Matt. This is Matt's, it's a 60 litre, and we have one of these things. We want to chuck it in there, so I want to make sure that that thing bloody works. So I'll turn it on, hold it on, boom, and oh, that's his power cable. I've just turned the DC on. It all flashes up. It's on. It says it's 4 degrees Celsius in there. It's like 11 degrees Celsius at the moment. There you go. Can hear it's kicking in and it's drawing 42 watts. Cool, so I've had a bit of a play with it. So it's only doing 42. I was going to say normally I think it was sitting around 45 and then it actually jumped up to 60, 62 watts. And then once the fridge gets to its temper, then just shuts off and then we'll obviously re-kick back in. So brilliant that this thing's all doing what it's supposed to do. So looking at what earlier when I was testing this and putting it in what it was drawing, how long it drew it for, and then it just stopped and it was like, it is cold, it's not summer or whatever. I'm sure this thing would run it, I don't know, 3-4 bloody days without having to top that thing up. Crazy. Righto, back to it. Right, so how do we charge this bad boy up? They provide you with one of these brick things. Another thing people say is that, you know, you wouldn't want this in your bedroom while you're sleeping, you know. It's like, why would you do that? I don't know. Plug this in. So this makes that noise all the time. Then this thing kicks in. And if I turn that on, I'll turn that AC off. And if I get my short lookers out. So it's putting 218 watts and charging that up. Now this thing, I didn't have this fully charged when I started doing all this because I've been mucking around with it. I wanted it to actually drop down so I could show you the... so yeah, so if this was fully empty, I think they're saying about 8 hours, 9 hours, 7 hours, something like that. Basically a working day. If you're going it, so I see this as you're jumping in your 4-wheel drive or whatever, put that in your thing, you're great for a couple of days, just running whatever lights, you know, just nutso butso. Righto, so we'll just turn that off, get that out of the bloody way. So that's how you charge it with that, and it'll take you a working day to get it fully charged so then you can go off on your adventures. Another brilliant thing is if you've got property or you've got to go somewhere and you've got to use power tools, take this along, run your grinder, or I want to test it on the welding machine. I don't know whether it's going to run that, but it will run all the, yeah. The other thing is, got a power outage at home, this will run your fridge. No worries at all. I've seen reviews of guys running their big ass fridges off this and they say it'll run it for, you know, multiple hours. So it's got a lot of benefit to it. It's a portable power generator bloody thing, but it's more a solar type system. So you can run it off charge it with your AC or with solar. You can't connect this to, it doesn't have a connection to run it with your car. So as you're driving along, it charges it up. I'm pretty sure you should be able to do a hack, and that's to run a DC-DC setup on it, or worst case scenario, get a inverter and then plug this into the inverter while you're driving along. It's an inefficient way of doing it, but you could do it that way too, I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on it. Righto, so I'll get you lined up. Right, now I'm going to run through this, but I'm not going to get technical with you guys. I'm going to link a whole heap of videos. There's a guy, I think it's Prowse in America. He's very switched on and did a review of this, like in depth. And there's quite a few Aussies that have done it as well. So there's your screen. Hang on, where's my short lookers? So that's your input whenever it's being charged. It'll tell you how much is going in. That's your DC, so that runs all this bloody stuff here, and it'll tell you how much is going out, and that's your AC. So if you hold your AC for a couple of, your DC, that then turns it on and makes them all active. Turn on your AC, same deal, and it tells you that it's on, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Turn them off. You just hold the button basically. So you've got 4 USBs, and these are the 3 amp ones. But you can get 3 amp there, 3 amp there, but you can't get 3 amp, 3 amp, 3 amp, 3 amp. It's, the 3 amps are shared singularly. Is that how it works? I think that's how it works. And then you've got this PD 45 watt max. I had to work out what the hell that was. Nobody was saying anything. if you've got a USB-C cable, you can plug it in there and then into your device, and it gives you that up to 45 watts, so supercharging through that thing. The old cigarette lighter, that's the input for doing the AC to power it up. And then they have this, so when you connect this to your solar panel, which we're going to give it a shot, and you plug that in there. Let's do the solar. Oh, and actually, I said that before, so you've got the two AC plugs there, 1000 watts, but that's across the two. So you can have one in there and draw 1000, or if you've got two running, you can have 500, 500. Rightio guys, success. We've actually got power going into that. So this is actually working, but apparently either the cable on there was around the wrong way, the red and the black, or this one was wired around the wrong way. So I had to cut this one, and I made a note of these joints so I knew which one was positive and negative. And when I put tape around the red one, because of the way they fitted in there, and then when I stripped the wires, it wasn't the red wire. So I went, holy shit. So I swapped it around, connected it up, and hey presto, it is grabbing us bloody solar. So that makes me happy. Yeah, it got to the point, this one is buggered, that is dead, does not work at all. This little 4-watt panel, it works. I haven't tried to see whether I can get anything. I should try that now, hang on. Righto guys, I've got this little 4-watt one, and I've got it turned away from the sun. If I turn it around, there we go. So it instantly starts the unit up, but it's not even pulling a watt, whatever the hell that means. But turn it away, and hey presto, boom, it's gone. So it just automatically will turn itself on as soon as it gets enough, and then will accept any charge that you can get into it. So now I've just connected up the big panel, and there you go, getting 66 watts. Is it 66? Yeah, 66 watts into this unit, and that's out of a 120 watt panel. Now I don't know how efficient this thing is because it's years and years old. Not the best wiring. So I'm definitely going to be getting a solar panel to run with this. Honestly, I love this. Now, I don't know whether I said, so this was actually sent to me, given to me. All I had to do was a review on it. They didn't say I had to do a positive review or anything like that. So I've got to put that out there, obviously. But you guys know what I'm like. The guys that regularly watch me, I'm not going to bullshit you. If something's shit, I'm going to say it's shit. Normally, if I'm sent something back years ago, I stopped actually receiving stuff because I was sick of getting crap. And I'd spend all the time with doing the videos and stuff, and then I wouldn't put it up because it's like, well, what's the use of doing a review and then telling someone you just watch something for half an hour, and then you just said it was shit at the end. So I love it. It's blown me away. It is absolute, because that arc pack just, that's why all those solar panels, they've been packed away for many years, because I just thought it was this hocus pocus bullshit. This has instilled the belief in the old battery packs. Yeah, bloody crazy. All right, so I just want to run a couple of I said about the welding. I'll grab most probably some power tool. I'll grab the drill. Grab the drill. What's the drill say? How many bloody amperes does it take? 700 something watts. Plug it in. Turn it on. AC on. AC is on. So I took, yeah. Brilliant. You know, it's not going to be perfect, like you see it case a little bit. Welder. The welder, I couldn't find a watt for the welder. I don't know, it had amps. It's only a small one. So I know it starts it up, but I haven't actually tried to weld with it. Hopefully I don't blow this up. It's got a whole battery management from over, under, all the Wismos. Right, I just want to quickly see if this bloody grinder works. Amazing. So, grab my chair. I don't know how long that would last. As long as the things that you're using, it's under the 1000 watts, it will continually run until it runs out of battery. If you go over it, it will have that protection and it will cut out and stop until it cools down, and then you can go again. If you want all the technical stuff, there will be in the description all the videos. So the Will Price one in America and a couple of the guys in Australia that have done all the technicals and the solar and all that kind of stuff. For me, I just want to know that I can plug something in and the bloody thing runs. So, righto, let's try this welder. It's got me a little worried. Rightio, guys, here we go. Yeah, so I don't know what's going to happen. So this is I've put it on minimum 65 amp. Let's just see what happens, eh? Nothing. You know why? Because I didn't turn the bloody thing on. So that is running through that. I can hear it started up. Aha. So it's not going to be enough. Yeah, cool. All right. Wonder if it shows how much it tries to draw. Yeah, cool. All right. We tested its bloody limit. Rightio. So yeah, you can't weld with the bloody thing. Obviously you guys, whoever in the know, mate, going, my God, Mark, you're never going to actually go. But it didn't break. It did what it's supposed to do. When you overpower it, it just shuts it out. That's it. Yeah, so I would have we're in lockdown here in Victoria, in Australia. We're in lockdown. I can't bloody go driving out with a 4-wheel drive and bloody do fancy stuff. I always run an ice chest for the Australians, an AUSSIE. I'm now going to have to look at getting a fridge one. Now that I know I can use this and to be able to run the fridge for easily a couple of days without having to even charge this, without even putting solar on it while we're out there, and running whatever small lights and powering bits and pieces, this thing's going to do it, no worries at all. So this is, what was it, $1,869, bluettiepower.com.au, there it is there. There's a link in the description to the product, to where you can buy it. I don't care whether you buy it or you don't buy it. I'm just telling you bloody what it is, how it is, or whatever. I did notice some of the other Aussie guys that did the review, they had a 10%, no, not 10%, it was a $100 off voucher or code or something like that. I wasn't supplied with anything like that. So in the two Aussie ones, they'll have that code. If you're thinking about buying one, use their link and code to get that $100 off that. Don't worry about it, because there's no kickback to me. There's no referrals or anything like that. They've just given it to me, and I'm super happy. I mean, man, yeah, over the bloody moon. So for the regular guys that watch this stuff, you will see this when we're out doing bits and pieces, and when I get the fridge for the back of the Jeep, and also a proper working solar panel to go on that. Yeah, very bloody excited. I hope you enjoyed this, guys. I know it's not very technical or all that kind of stuff, but it might have given you an idea. The other guys will give you the technical stuff. Shut up, Mark. Righto. Keep on riding, and if you ain't riding, keep on keeping on.